Okay, here we are working on chapter 8.2, and we're going to look at some diagrams here. It should be fun. And let's look here. Oh, that's not what I want. That's what I want. Okay, so the question is Erica makes 6 submarine sandwiches and cuts each sandwich into thirds. How many 1/3 size sandwich pieces does she have? And first we have to read the problem, which we just did. We have to understand exactly what it is. What do I need to find? I need to find how many 1/3 sized pieces, 1/3, maybe I can get that one to look a little better, 1/3 size sandwich pieces. She has. Okay, so this is the question. How many 1/3 size sandwich pieces does she have? So what information do I need to use? I need to use the information. I need to use the size of each piece of the sandwich and the number of pieces she cuts. I think that makes sense. Let's check and see what the pieces of sandwich and the number of sandwiches. There we go. So I need to use there we go. Use the number of pieces of sandwich and the number of sandwiches. You have to write really small here. She cuts. And how will I use the information? How are we going to do this? I think we're going to draw a diagram. I can draw a diagram to organize the information from the problem. Then I can use the organized information to find the number of pieces. That's what I'm looking for. How many 1/3 sized sandwich pieces does she has? The number of, I guess we might need to say 1/3 sized pieces. Okay, so we can try that. This is our diagram. We have 6 sandwiches. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and each one is cut into 1/3 piece. You can see that. So we can see that there really are 1, 2, 3 in each sandwich, and there are 6 sandwiches. So when we divide 6 divided by 1/3, really we can multiply 6 times 3 because there are 3 pieces for all 6 sandwiches, and that leaves us with 18 slices. This is a really cool thing. We're talking about this when we divide a fraction or a whole number by a fraction. We end up multiplying by the reciprocal, and we haven't quite learned that yet. That's coming up ahead, but the reciprocal of 1/3 is 3. And we know that when we multiply 1/3 times 3, or 3 ones, we get 3/3, which is equal to 1. And this is what a reciprocal is. It's whatever number you can multiply by another number to get 1. If you can multiply them and you get a number that's called 1, then that is a reciprocal. So when we divide fractions, we can always multiply, and that makes it easier. If we think that 3 is the answer, if we think that 18, that makes a little more sense, is the answer, then we could try that backwards. 18 times 1/3 should equal 6. And we can see that 18 was our answer. And if we go backwards, division, use multiplication, 18 times 1/3 equals 6. That equals 18/3, and 18/3 does equal 6. A little hard to write in this space, but I thought maybe I would try this method today so that you can actually get out your books and go through them. Okay. Here's the second page. Try another problem. This time we have pie. Roberto is cutting 3 blueberry pies into halves to give his neighbor. How many neighbors get a 1/2 pie piece? And I think some of you guys can answer this question immediately without doing any work, but you need to listen anyway. It's important that we talk about how this happens. What do I need to find? I need to find how many neighbors will get a 1/2 size piece, and you can write that right here. How many neighbors will get a 1/2 size piece? So I'm going a little quicker here so you don't get bored. What information? You can always pause it if you need to stop and write that. What information do I need to use? Well, I need to use the fact that there are 3 whole pies, and I'm cutting each pie in half. It's a little hard to write with this tool, but we'll try it. How will I use the information? Well, I will write a multiplication problem that models my division problem. So I'll write a multiplication, that's a big word, problem that models my question. And I will also draw a diagram. Okay, so first of all, to draw a diagram, I have 3 blueberry pies, and they're round-ish. And I'm going to cut each of them in half. You can see right away that I have 6 pieces then. If I cut them all in half, this looks like 3 divided by 1/2. I take 3 pies and I cut them each in 1/2. But our multiplication problem that's related would be 3 times 2. And that, of course, is the reciprocal of 1/2, and that equals 6. And if, can I erase this? I don't know how to erase anything on this. No, I don't want to do that. Cancel. I just wanted to kind of draw over here to show you again how that works. So I'll draw here real small. Maybe I'll change the color so you can kind of not get, because it doesn't let me draw over here. So 3 divided by 1/2 is the same as 3 times, now we gotta back that up, is the same as, if it's 6, then we can assume that 6 times 1/2 is equal to 3. And 6 times 1/2, if you put that over 1, 6 times 1 is 6. 1 times 2 is 2. So 6 halves, which does equal 3. So we can see that, yes, it is true. It does work. Okay, you should be able to do the rest of this assignment on your own.